There is a quiet man in the room. He is not the one with the loudest voice, the most boisterous laugh, or the most extravagant clothes. He may be leaning against the wall, a slight smile on his face, observing the ebb and flow of social energy with an almost detached curiosity. He seems to be everywhere and nowhere at once, a ghost in the machine of modern social life. This man, the Sigma male, lives by an unseen code. It is a code not of rules or dogma, but of deep-seated principles that guide his every action and inaction. He does not seek to be different, he simply cannot be the same. While the world chases fleeting validation and conforms to the norms of a collective consciousness, the Sigma male remains a sovereign individual. He is a master of his own universe, a silent force in a noisy world. In a society that thrives on external validation and the constant need for connection, his path is one of solitude and self-reliance. He understands that a man's strength is not measured by the size of his following, but by the depth of his own convictions. He is not antisocial, he is selectively social. He is not a hermit, he is a master of his own solitude. This journey, this quiet rebellion against the ordinary, shapes him in profound ways. It makes him question things others accept without a second thought. It allows him to see truths that are often obscured by the noise of everyday life. The Sigma male's journey is not an easy one. It is a path of constant self-discovery, of wrestling with inner demons, and of forging a life of purpose on his own terms. Today we will explore this unique existence by examining 8 normal things a Sigma male never ever does. These aren't dramatic acts of defiance, but subtle, almost imperceptible habits of mind that set him apart from the crowd. They are the quiet evidence of a man who has chosen to live by his own definition of success and fulfillment. Number 1, he never chases trends. While the world races to chase the latest fashion trends, the newest smartphone, or the fleeting viral sensation, the Sigma male remains a study in calm detachment. He observes quietly and deliberately, understanding that the whirlwind of trends is often just a clever illusion, a collective mirage designed to keep people chasing external validation rather than inner growth. Where others see urgency and competition, he sees distraction. His mind is trained to value longevity over immediacy, substance over spectacle. This is why he invests in clothes that are not merely stylish, but practical, durable, and timeless. A jacket, a pair of shoes, or even a watch holds meaning because it serves a purpose and fits seamlessly into his life, not because an influencer endorsed it last week. His environment mirrors this philosophy. The Sigma male curates his home not as a gallery of current fads, but as a sanctuary of things that carry purpose, memory, or functional elegance. Each item is chosen with intention, each object serving a role beyond aesthetic appeal. A room filled with meaningful possessions fosters clarity of thought, reduces mental clutter, and strengthens his sense of self, something trends can never provide. This isn't born out of rebellion against society's expectations. It emerges from deep self-awareness. He understands that identity is sculpted through actions, choices, and personal growth, not by the ephemeral whims of collective desire. Psychologically, this detachment from trends is rooted in a mindset that prioritizes intrinsic motivation over extrinsic validation. Studies in behavioral science show that individuals who focus on personal mastery and long-term goals report higher life satisfaction and resilience. The Sigma male embodies this principle, choosing paths that may seem unconventional to outsiders, but which align with his values and inner compass. Creativity, intellect, and independence are his true markers of status, not the number of likes on a post or the brand of shoes on his feet. Even in social interactions, his aura is different. He listens more than he talks, observes more than he participates in the chatter of the crowd, and engages in conversations that stimulate thought rather than echo trends. There is a subtle magnetism in this approach. People are drawn to him not because of what he owns or follows, but because of the quiet confidence and authenticity he exudes. In a world obsessed with the latest and loudest, the Sigma male reminds us that real value lies in patience, purpose, and the courage to remain true to oneself. Number 2, he never engages in small talk. For a Sigma male, conversations are far more than mere social rituals. They are a gateway to genuine connection, insight, and the exploration of ideas. Unlike the average social butterfly who thrives on the rhythm of small talk, The Sigma male finds surface-level chatter to be tedious, even draining. Studies in social psychology suggest that individuals who are naturally introspective and highly self-reliant, traits often associated with Sigma males, derive satisfaction from meaningful exchanges, rather than casual pleasantries. To him, a conversation is not about filling silence. It is about the exchange of substance, insight, and perspective. This is why a Sigma male can often appear detached in social settings. It is not arrogance, nor is it shyness. Rather, it is a deliberate choice to conserve his mental energy for interactions that truly matter. He would rather sit in comfortable silence with a close friend, observing and absorbing the moment, than engage in repetitive, superficial dialogue. Neuroscience has shown that quiet reflection can actually enhance cognitive processing and emotional regulation, which may explain why Sigma males often come across as calm, composed, and profoundly self-aware. Silence for him is not awkward. It is a space for thought, clarity, and presence. When he chooses to speak, his words carry weight. A Sigma male is selective not only in what he says, but also in how he expresses himself. His sentences are precise, his observations insightful, and his ideas often challenge conventional thinking. This tendency is rooted in an internal compass that values authenticity above social conformity. Research in personality psychology highlights that men who align with the Sigma archetype often display high levels of analytical thinking, independent problem solving, and emotional intelligence. These qualities make their contributions to conversations not only memorable but also impactful. Furthermore, a Sigma male's preference for depth over volume shapes his social circle. He seeks out relationships with individuals who share his thirst for knowledge, curiosity, and authenticity. Casual acquaintances are secondary. True connection is the priority. This approach may make him seem elusive or enigmatic to outsiders, but it also creates bonds of unparalleled strength with those who match his wavelength. In a world dominated by superficial interactions and performative communication, the Sigma male's approach to conversation is a rare reminder that meaningful connection, thoughtful words, active listening, and shared insight is priceless. Number 3, he never seeks external validation. The Sigma male's relationship with validation sets him apart in a world obsessed with attention and approval. Unlike the average man, whose sense of worth is often tied to how others perceive him, the Sigma male finds his confidence within. He does not chase likes, comments, or applause because his sense of accomplishment isn't measured by numbers on a screen or fleeting praise. Instead, his validation is deeply personal, rooted in meeting his own standards rather than conforming to society's. This doesn't stem from arrogance or social detachment, but from a conscious choice to prioritize inner strength over external noise. Psychology supports this mindset, with research showing that intrinsic motivation, achieving for personal fulfillment rather than recognition, leads to stronger resilience and longer-lasting satisfaction. By relying on this internal drive, Sigma males cultivate a level of mental toughness that shields them from the highs and lows of public opinion. He works in silence, often unnoticed, but his progress is steady and substantial. Like a craftsman sculpting in solitude, his satisfaction comes from the act of creation itself, not the applause it may later generate. Neuroscience also highlights that dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, can be triggered not only by external praise, but also by the inner satisfaction of mastering a skill or overcoming a challenge. This makes his journey self-sustaining. Every private victory fuels the next. While social media conditions many into performative lifestyles, the Sigma male escapes that cycle entirely. He doesn't feel the need to broadcast achievements because the reward already lives within him. Ironically, this quiet strength creates an understated charisma that draws others in, proving that true influence doesn't require self-promotion. His philosophy is simple yet profound: depth over display, action over applause, and mastery over approval. In living this way, he embodies the timeless truth that real power comes not from the crowd, but from within. Number 4, he never follows the crowd. The path of least resistance is a road he deliberately sidesteps. Unlike the majority who rush forward without question, swept along by the currents of popular opinion, the Sigma male pauses. He observes, reflects, and only then chooses his own course. This is not arrogance. It is an unshakable trust in his own judgment. Studies in psychology show that independent thinkers often exhibit higher levels of self-reliance and emotional intelligence, traits that the Sigma male embodies effortlessly. He recognizes that crowds are rarely guided by reason alone. Often fear, insecurity, or conformity drives mass movements. By stepping off the beaten path, he cultivates clarity of mind and depth of understanding that the average follower may never reach. There is a quiet power in this approach. While others seek validation, accolades, or the comfort of belonging, the Sigma male finds satisfaction in self-mastery. Neuroscience suggests that our brains are wired to respond to social validation. Yet those who challenge this instinct, like Sigmas, activate parts of the brain associated with independent problem-solving and innovation. He intuitively understands that growth rarely happens in the echo chamber of agreement. By resisting societal pressures, he discovers solutions, insights, and opportunities hidden to those who conform blindly. His solitude is not loneliness, it is a deliberate choice. In solitude, the Sigma male hones his craft, reflects on his principles, and strengthens his resilience. History is dotted with figures who mirrored this pattern. Nikola Tesla, who pursued his vision despite widespread skepticism, and Bruce Lee, who rejected rigid traditions to forge his own martial philosophy. They are exemplars of how walking alone can lead to groundbreaking achievements. Yet the Sigma male's independence is tempered with discernment. He is not isolated for isolation's sake. He engages when it matters, speaks when he has clarity, and connects meaningfully rather than superficially. In every interaction, he brings depth, authenticity, and a quiet gravitas that others sense but rarely understand. His life is a living lesson in the power of self-trust, courage, and the freedom that comes from embracing one's own path. By choosing observation over imitation and reflection over reaction, he embodies a principle as old as philosophy itself. True mastery begins with knowing oneself and the courage to walk alone. Number 5, he never complains. The world is full of challenges, chaos, and constant noise, but the Sigma male moves through it like a quiet force of nature. Unlike many who expend their energy complaining, blaming, or reacting impulsively, the Sigma male understands a fundamental truth. Complaining is not courage, it's surrender. It is a subtle way of handing over your personal power to circumstances beyond your control. Every complaint is a seed of weakness, a distraction from what truly matters, the pursuit of solutions. He recognizes that the world is not inherently fair, but fairness has never been the point. The point is mastery. Mastery of oneself, mastery over the situations one can influence, and a disciplined approach to navigating life's unpredictability. Where others see insurmountable problems, the Sigma male sees intricate puzzles. He approaches them not with panic or frustration, but with curiosity and a methodical mindset. This isn't just blind optimism, it's rooted in cognitive resilience and practical intelligence. Studies in behavioral psychology suggest that individuals who adopt a solution-oriented mindset experience lower stress levels and higher performance in problem-solving scenarios. The Sigma male embodies this principle naturally. When confronted with a complex situation, whether it's a professional setback, a personal conflict, or a societal challenge, he doesn't waste a single moment lamenting what went wrong. Instead, he quietly analyzes, strategizes, and takes action. His strength is silent but palpable. It's in the calmness of his decisions, the consistency of his efforts, and the understated confidence that others can sense but rarely articulate. People may not always notice his actions at first, but the results speak volumes. He's like a skilled chess player, always thinking several moves ahead, anticipating challenges before they appear, and acting with precision rather than impulse. This approach is not about arrogance. It's about self-sufficiency. By refusing to react emotionally to every disruption, the Sigma male conserves his energy for what truly matters, creating outcomes, building mastery, and living life on his own terms. In essence, the Sigma male's greatest power lies not in loud declarations or visible dominance, but in the disciplined mastery of his own mind and actions. Life will always throw obstacles in his path, but he does not fear them. He does not complain. He solves, adapts, and thrives, embodying a rare form of strength that is both subtle and unstoppable. Number 6, he never gossips. A Sigma male operates on a frequency few truly understand. He is not captivated by the personal dramas or struggles of others, not because he lacks empathy, but because he recognizes the power of energy. To him, gossip is more than trivial chatter. It is a subtle drain, a low vibrational force that spreads negativity and divides people. He sees how easily words can manipulate, how idle discussions of others' failures or missteps create tension without offering any real value. Instead of being swept into these currents, he maintains a respectful distance, not out of arrogance, but as an act of self-preservation and mental clarity. His mind is his sanctuary, a meticulously tended garden. Every thought he allows to take root is intentional. Every distraction he permits is measured against the cost to his inner peace. He cultivates wisdom, strategy, and introspection, rejecting mental clutter as rigorously as a gardener removes weeds. This is why a Sigma male's presence often feels quietly magnetic. People sense the depth, the discipline, and the unspoken boundaries that define him. Privacy, both his own and others, is sacred. He understands that respect for boundaries is not merely etiquette, it is a form of intelligence, a sign that one values meaningful connection over shallow engagement. By refusing to indulge in gossip or unnecessary interference, he frees his mind to explore creativity, philosophy, and self-mastery. His focus is on building himself, on understanding the world from a place of clarity, and on offering help only where it is genuine and impactful. He's not cold nor detached. He simply chooses to channel his energy where it matters most. The Sigma male teaches us a subtle yet profound lesson, that mental sovereignty is not just about thinking independently, it is about protecting the mind, elevating one's energy, and discerning where influence is truly necessary. Number 7, he never rushes. The Sigma male moves through life on his own timeline, detached from the relentless pace society imposes. Unlike the average man, who often measures success in minutes, meetings, and milestones, the Sigma understands that true mastery is not a sprint but a marathon of thought, reflection, and deliberate action. History has shown us that some of the greatest innovators, think Nikola Tesla or Leonardo da Vinci, operated outside the conventional schedules of their peers. They didn't chase deadlines, they cultivated depth. The Sigma male embodies this principle in his own life. He is not a slave to the clock, nor does he yield to the artificial urgency of social pressure. Instead, he values patience as a form of intelligence. He knows that wisdom cannot be rushed, and that quality, whether in work, relationships, or personal growth, emerges only through careful attention. This intentional approach allows him to analyze, plan, and execute with precision, avoiding the impulsive mistakes that plague those who move too fast. Living deliberately, the Sigma male savors moments that others overlook, the quiet before dawn, the depth of a meaningful conversation, or the satisfaction of solving a problem on his own terms. He measures life not in possessions or social approval, but in the richness of experience and the clarity of self-awareness. His freedom from societal timelines grants him the ability to live fully in the present, yet always with an eye on long-term goals. In essence, the Sigma male transforms patience into power. By rejecting the chaos of hurried living, he becomes a master of his own destiny. He reminds us that a life well lived is not measured by speed, but by intention, presence, and the courage to move to the beat of one's own drum. A quiet, relentless rhythm that leads to mastery, independence, and true fulfillment. Number 8, he never explains himself. The Sigma male moves through life with a quiet confidence that is both magnetic and mysterious. Unlike others who seek validation or approval, he does not feel the need to justify his choices or actions to anyone. To him, life is a personal canvas, and he is the only artist who holds the brush. Every decision, every path taken, and every unconventional move is part of a carefully curated masterpiece that only he can fully appreciate. This is not arrogance, it is self-awareness and mastery of autonomy. Psychologically, Sigma males often possess high self-efficacy, meaning they trust their ability to navigate challenges without relying on external reassurance, which sets them apart from the herd. What makes him truly fascinating is his respect for privacy. In a world obsessed with oversharing and constant comparison, the Sigma male cherishes his solitude and uses it as a space to recharge, reflect, and strategize. Studies in behavioral psychology suggest that individuals who cultivate solitude intentionally often develop heightened creativity, emotional resilience, and problem-solving skills. traits that the Sigma male exhibits effortlessly. He understands a simple truth: those who genuinely connect with him do not require explanations, and those who cannot comprehend his choices are unlikely ever to do so. His life, therefore, becomes a silent statement. Every achievement, every quiet victory, and every unspoken boundary is a declaration of independence. This autonomy is compelling because it is not performative. It is lived, not broadcasted. People are drawn to him not because he seeks attention, but because his consistency, integrity, and self-reliance radiate a form of authority that does not demand recognition. In essence, the Sigma male embodies a rare balance of freedom and self-possession, a reminder that the most profound influence often comes from the quietest, most intentional lives. The Sigma male's journey is a solitary one, but it is not a lonely one. It is a path of deep self-respect, of quiet confidence, and of profound personal growth. By shedding the normal habits of the world, the need for validation, the fear of solitude, the chase for the fleeting, he forges a life of meaning and purpose. His power lies in what he doesn't do, a testament to the strength found not in conformity, but in the unwavering commitment to one's own truth. He's the quiet man in the room, and his silence is his power. The